everyone, I will tell you the story of Mr. Miggle and Stamp about. Once upon a time, there lived a man named Miggle. Miggle was always very shy and his fellow villagers treated him as a joke. Miggle didn't like that. He wanted to be something proud, not just a joke, but nobody ever let him. Once, a man named Mr. Stampabout came to the village. As you might hear, Mr. Stampabout is a nasty man. He keeps stamping about and is always in a bad temper. Three villagers named Jinky, Feefo and Tiptoe tried to tell Mr. Stampabout that he wasn't wanted in the village. But what chaos they started! Mr. Stampabout started stomping so much that dust flew everywhere and caused everyone to cough. "What?" he yelled, his hair standing on end. "You dare tell me what to do? Just wait until I catch you." Everyone was afraid of Mr. Stampabout. Now, the one who was afraid of Mr. Stampabout the most was Mr. Miggle, and he had every right to do so. Once when the wind had blown away Mr. Stampabout's hat, he had laughed. And by laughing, he was going to pay the price for it. One day, Feefo said, "Miggle, you might be a silly fellow, but you are strong. So go over to my aunt's on that hill over there and bring me some of her apples." Miggle agreed at once. But on the way back home, do you know who he encountered? Of course, Mr. Stampabout. Mr. Stampabout hadn't seen Miggle yet. But Miggle shook like a trembling jelly. He decided that he would get inside the barrel of apples after emptying them, and then he would roll by, and Mr. Stampabout would not notice. But oh dear, as soon as he emptied the barrel to get into it, the apples rolled down the hill and bumped into Mr. Stampabout. When he turned around, there was only a barrel inside. "What? How dare you throw apples at me? Wait until I catch you. I'll shake you into a trembling jelly." But now Mr. Miggle was already a jelly, and he started shaking really hard, and the barrel started to run towards Mr. Stampabout. Mr. Stampabout ran throughout the village, yelling at people to save him. At last, he made an option and ran out of the village forever. After that, Mr. Miggle came down, bruised, pumped and giddy. He looked at Feefo. He thought that Feefo was going to scream at him for losing all the apples. But to his surprise, everyone congratulated him and patted him on the back. "Well done, you! You have chased away Mr. Stampabout." Now, Mr. Miggle isn't a joke anymore. He is somebody. Well, it might have been an accident that those apples went towards Mr. Stampabout and hit him, and Mr. Miggle had rolled the barrel over and chased Mr. Stampabout away. But it did do Miggle lots of good, didn't it? I hope you enjoyed the story. Thank you.